Night there, really good stuff. Absolute, as far as I'm concerned, a disco classic. Good stuff. Hello, good evening, and as David Frost used to say, welcome. Welcome to 10 Radio, 105.3 FM, community radio for the 10 parishes. You can hear us two ways, 105.3 FM or www.10radio.org. My name's Steve Coram. Welcome to you all. It's just actually started pouring down with rain here in Wiveliscombe. Absolutely miserable. Usual thing, all the usual things tonight, the usual suspects, as they say, the world, the folk, the blues, the jazz, the soul, and we have a guest. He's looking at the rain at the minute. I don't know if he's getting cold there. Tom Toogood from Bridgewater's come over to sing us some songs. Local singer-songwriter. We always like giving people a chance on 10 Radio, and Tom's going to give us a couple of times. You okay for that, Tom?
Yeah, great.
Great stuff. He's looking at anticipation now. I was getting worried because it was getting near the show and he had loads of traffic problems coming over from Bridgewater. Absolutely fantastic. Thanks ever so much, Tom. Thanks for coming over. You'll be over on in about 10 minutes. Cool. Absolutely brilliant. As I said, we started off with Van McCoy and The Hustle. Great. Talking of guests... Good evening, Tom. How are you? All right?
I'm good, thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks for getting the Wiveliscombe. Hey, the weather turned, hasn't it?
It has come in Wiveliscombe.
It really has turned. Oh, what's gone wrong? Absolutely terrible out there. Brilliant, Tom. How long have you been in music then? How did it all start?
Since about 16, so a good sort of 14, 15 years now, which makes me a bit of a granddad. In musical terms nowadays, so it's all young bands. But right. I got my first guitar from my mum and dad when I was 16 and just started plugging it away and playing. And writing from then, really. Joined a band, which I'm still in now, White Noise, when I was about 21, but carried on doing my own stuff in the meantime.
Why did you decide to do your own stuff, Tom?
I always have, really. In the band, we started off doing covers, which we all got a bit dissatisfied with, and so started doing original songs together.
Right.
But, yeah, that's more of a collaborative thing, so we're writing together, and I've always had an urge in sitting at home and writing songs, and as time's gone on with YouTubes and Facebook, etc., it's just so easy to get music out there now. So it's just easy to plug your guitar in, write a song, and within 5 minutes, if you can write that quickly, you can get it on the internet, and there it is. You know, you might get only 2 hits on it, but it's out on the World Wide Web. So I just love writing, and it's just moments in my life that I capture. It's almost like a diary at times to me, I guess. I just sit down and write and get it out, and yeah, it's good for the soul, I think.
Ringo Starr. It's funny to say that. I heard an interview with Ringo Starr over the weekend. Sadly, I didn't hear all of it because he was saying about the Beatles and things like that, obviously. And he was saying that music is far more accessible than when they were young. Like you just said, MySpace, Facebook, YouTube. It is, yeah. Where does it stop, Tom?
It doesn't, but it's massive benefits to the artist, but then at the same time, it's got its downsides as well, because it's so much sort of competition that everyone can get out there now to get heard, to get seen. Community stations like this are great because you get a chance to do something you otherwise wouldn't, because the competition out there of for the BBCs of this world, etc., is massive, and the World Wide Web is great. You can get your stuff out there, but there's millions, if not billions, of people out there doing it. So, in one sense, it's great. On the other sense, it's not so great. So, as with anything,
it can work both ways. Yeah. And this is it with stations, as you just said. Now we'll boost 10 Radio. We will try to give everybody a chance. Unless you're well known and get on a playlist with a national, you haven't got a hope.
Exactly, yeah, and it's for the love of it, and yeah, for me as well. I just love playing, so a chance to play and a few new people to hear me, and a few people I know to be listening and hearing me is great. But,
brilliant. We got a few online, and I'm sure there's quite a few on 105.3. How about your first song, Tom? What are you going to do first?
This is called The Test of Time.
The Test of Time. Did you write this?
I wrote this one. Yep, about a year ago now, I guess, and it's just about life sort of evolving and changing, and how you sort of measure yourself as a person, I guess, really, based on where you were and where you are now.
Absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, on 105.3 FM, www.10radio.org, Tom Toogood and The Test of Time, Tom, yeah?
Yep.
Brilliant.
Page turn.
Oh, good stuff, Tom. Absolutely good stuff. Do you find the songwriting process easy? Does it come easily to you?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I tend to just sit down and start strumming away, and just a melody comes into my head to start with, and then I start singing a couple lines which just seem to come from nowhere, if I'm completely honest. So they're stolen from thin air, and then yeah, from there I sort of work out what they mean to me and write a song around it. Really, it's quite bizarre. Sometimes I do sit down and think about what I want to write about, but I find that a lot more difficult than just letting it come out. And often, if I try and force a song, it won't come. But if I just get on with it, it just happens. So quite often I'll just sit down and 5-10 minutes later there'll be a song. So
is that quick?
That quick, yeah. I'll play one later that literally just came out a couple of weeks ago, and I just sat down and started messing around, and 10 minutes later there was a song, and 10 minutes after that it was on YouTube. So yeah, sometimes it's like that, and sometimes it's a bit more torturous, thinking, oh, should I write that word or that word? But most of the time it's just there.
What are you more happier in then, Tom? On your own or with your band, White Noise? White Noise, wasn't it?
It's White Noise, the band, yeah.
Who are you more happy? You've got to be careful what you say now, in case there's quite a few listening.
They might be listening.
Yeah.
No, the band's definitely more enjoyable because you get more of the banter, and the whole gig scene with the band is cooler and more fun, because obviously setting up the gig and just the whole sort of energy between the band what we do is a lot more up tempo as well, and sort of in your face in a way. It's a lot more sort of. So
how do you do then? So you just said White Noise is more up tempo in your face, right?
Yeah.
And you're the singer songwriter guy.
Yeah.
How do you go from one extreme to another? If you don't mind.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess I've got quite a powerful voice, so I can portray it in the band, and it comes across quite well. But it's just sort of not an alter ego, but just two sides to a musician. I think all musicians have got different sides. You listen to any musician as they develop through time, they change their style, which fans like or they don't like. But I think everyone's got something different in them. I think the style I do with the band is the same, and the way the songs are written are still the same. So I could potentially take that song and do it in a band and completely sort of rock it up. But
right.
It all starts on the acoustic guitar. Never, even with the band, we never write on the electrics. We always write on our acoustics and then put it together with the electrics and the drums, etc. So, just it sounds.
You
different.
can marry the two then.
Yeah, the two final products are completely different, but to start with, they start off the same, and that's the same starting point.
Talking of that, can you do us another song?
I can do.
Brilliant. What's this one then, Tom?
This one's called One Last Request Before I Quit.
Ladies and gentlemen, on 105.3 FM, W10 Radio, One Last Request Before I Quit. Tom, too good. Thanks, Tom.
I can't believe that this is it. No final handshake or a twist. I can't believe that this is it. I can't believe that this is it. One last request before I quit. Don't lead me down this road again.
Oh, excellent stuff, Tom. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Can you stay a bit longer and do another couple of songs in the next hour of the show?
Cool. Yeah.
Brilliant. A little bit more chat. Thanks ever so much, Tom. Tom will be back in about 40 minutes, I reckon, about 8:10, something like that. He'll be back on 105.3 FM, www.10radio.org, as everybody else is listening in. And a solo box set, just of Dark Side the Moon. And it's got middling to diddling reviews. And there's a friend of mine in Bridgewater, Martin. He's a big Pink Floyd fan. I said, fan rather. They it can be very, very ploddy, Pink Floyd. Very, very ploddy. Mrs. Stewart, you got a comment on Pink Floyd at all? What's Pink Floyd, Tom? What do you think?
Well, I used to like them years and years ago. I went to see them in Coventry. God knows how many years ago.
Was that 61 or 71? Can you remember?
It would have been
Syd Barrett?
Well, late 70s.
Oh,
no, sorry, late 60s, early 70s.
Oh, you may have been there. Yeah.
I can't remember now.
Any good?
I can't remember. They were about 3 hours late starting.
Right.
And they had quad sound.
Oh, well, yeah, right.
So
yeah.
they were doing the sound effects of like aeroplanes buzzing around the hall.
Tom, Pink Floyd?
Yeah, no, they're one of the oldies that I never got into and don't know much about, so my opinion would count for diddly squat, I think.
No, yeah.
But, I don't know much of their stuff.
The albums have got mixed reviews, all the reissues, and, so I said to a lot of friends with big Pink Floyd, I said, you guys, seriously though, Stu and I will be around on the Sunday. We're going to be based outside the local garage, which is down the bottom. I'm not sure the road, because I'm not from Liscombe. I've been coming here for 3 years. I can't remember the roads.
West Street.
West Street, oh, God. Well, West Street and Bridgewater, isn't there, Tom? Yeah, well, they have the fair. We'll be there. Any other presenters, do come up and say hello and give it a dedication or something like that on air.
And all the listeners.
Yeah.
Anybody, just come and say hello.
Yeah.
Whoever you are.
And I'll have a big thing in my hand interviewing people.
Apparently so.
Yeah, that stumped her anyway. You're listening to Steve Coram. Even Tom's laughing. It's gone to the level of Carry On Films now. 105.3 FM, 10 radio for the 10 parishes. Very country tinged this, and I do like. That'd be really good. Right, I'd like to bring back my guests. Tom. How are you, Tom? All right?
Hello, yeah.
Great. Oh, that's better. That's a bit better on the old mic. Sue Stewart was downstairs. She said it was a bit blurry downstairs. That sounded a lot better. I always ask Tom, all my guests, this. What do you think of all... No, we won't say any names, cause just in case somebody's out there listening and they'll sue us for like £20 million. What do you think of the talent shows on the TV and stuff like that?
In a word or in a rant?
Go on, have a rant. Go on, because you're going to do a couple more songs. Go on. Yeah, just a brief synopsis. What do you think, seriously?
For certain people, they're great, but for the music industry as a whole, it's just beginning of the end, I think, is I would summarise without going on and taking up the next hour of your show. Not great at all. There's many avenues to try and make it now, and I think if you've got enough sort of belief and enough soul in what you're doing, you can get there without having to sort of sell your soul to certain
we
TV
won't say any
celebrities,
names,
shall we say?
We won't say any names. Yeah.
No, it's just it's a puppet show basically. I not at any point would I personally put myself through it if I was offered a lot of money. I don't think I would either.
Do you find that with a lot of musicians? If you meet a lot of musicians, is that the same sort of opinion, Tom? Or
I think so. Yeah, I think if you're a musician, I think a lot. The problem is a lot of the people that go on those shows are. They can sing and they can dance and they can do great things, but they're not what I would call musicians. They're chasing money and celebrity and fame, in my opinion. Not necessarily in it for the music. I think there's a lot to be said for the guy or girl or band that play locally all their lives and do a great job and get known, locally famous. It maybe build up that way. There's a lot more to be said than that, than sort of jumping on a bandwagon. And you got to feel sorry for them as well, because they sort of ignorantly get into it, and then they give a lot up to go on those shows and sort of sometimes get made a mockery of by certain people. So not a fan. Not a fan.
I think we'll leave it like that. I think, yeah. Do you know this though, Tom? So all the guests, I've had some great Janice Homer and some fantastic singers from around the West Country that have come on the show and said, "Oh, can I come on the show, Steve? Want to do some songs?" Fantastic. Tom, they've all said the same thing. I haven't had one yet say, "Oh no, I think they're okay, Stephen. I might give it a go." If they want to do that, that's fine, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah,
but not one has actually said they're in favour of it.
I think it's it's selling selling your musical soul. I think is how I would sum it up. So if you love music that much, you wouldn't get into it. But I can see why people do. You know,
it makes. Be honest with you, a friend of mine. He's probably online. Your website designer in London, Pete. He used to be a journalist. And he said it's actually good TV. It's actually good television.
It's brilliant TV. I
watch
it. It's great
yeah,
TV.
It's good TV. You know, you cannot criticise it.
Can't criticise the TV side of it, but it's not a music program, and shouldn't be sold as such.
As such. Can you do us another song, Tom?
I can do. Yeah.
Brilliant. What's this one then?
This is another one of my own called "Sweet Valentine."
Now, did you want? Is that Sue taking a lot of people taking photographs? Here. Did you want Sue to take one of you or something on yours?
That'd be brilliant. Yeah, I could put it on Facebook and.
Huh? It's all under control.
Oh, sorry, I do apologize. Great. You get your own show and they take over, don't they? What's this one then, Tom?
This is called "Sweet Valentine," and it's a little bit sort of bluesy.
Brilliant. This is Tom Too Good and "Sweet Valentine." Take it away there, Tom.
One step too far over the threshold, control taken aside for a year or two. Blinded by a dark light shining through my soul. Place too dark. sweet Valentine. You're my sweet, sweet Valentine. You're my sweet.
Do you know, I thought I was going to come like that. I had a funny feeling. Do you get many gigs, Tom? How do you go about getting gigs these days and things like that?
It's tricky. I've done a few. I've done a couple in Taunton recently, in the Pen and Quill and the Grove.
Right.
I've got another one in the Pen and Quill coming up in October, and they do sort of an acoustic sort of Sunday roasting where I go along and play a lot of covers, and obviously some of my own thrown in, but covers to keep people interested. And I played up in Bristol at the Fleece, which is quite a well-known venue.
Yeah, very much so.
Back
Yes.
in June, which is a good opportunity. But again, it's locally it's difficult because it seems to be sort of the cover band circuit. So doing your own stuff is quite difficult, as we found on my own and with the band. And the places to play is Exeter, the Bristols, and Bath. So it just takes a lot of plugging away because they've got their own bands, and rightfully so, they support their local music. But slowly getting in there, and as I say, played in Bristol and hopefully got the contacts there now to get some more gigs there as well.
Sue, have you got a question for Tom? Oh, that's
No.
that's not that thing. It's fantastic. Can you do another song for us, Tom?
I can indeed.
Brilliant.
This is the one I mentioned earlier that just came from nowhere.
Okay.
And took about 5 minutes to write. This is called 17.
Tom Toogood on 105.3 FM, www.10radio.org with 17.
It was a wrong road to find myself on, but you
Oh, nice stuff, Tom. What's the future, Tom? What's the future for Tom Toogood?
I've been recording at home my own sort of mini album, which I've got a very rough copy of here. But I've had problems with the printers, shall we say? So
right.
it's a very rough. You know, it might be worth millions one day.
Roy Wood did a cover like that called Boulders.
Boulders.
A very similar cover to that. Yeah.
Well, this is paper if you were playing sort of boulders. Scissors,
Oh, right.
paper, but, yeah, I sort of go under the name of or title of Butterflies in the Attic for myself, and the sort of mini album's called Science Over Substance.
Right.
7 songs on there, which you can very soon sort of download from Last.fm or iTunes, or contact me on Facebook to get hold of sort of a physical copy of the CD.
Right.
But future-wise, yeah, just try and get as many gigs as I can. I've got some interesting sort of leads and contacts at the moment, which I won't go into too much. But
that's fine.
Jinx things. But yeah, just keep doing what I'm doing. I do a lot of busking around Taunton as well, just to sort of keep playing, because just love playing, and it's better to play there than just sit in the front room and strumming away. So
you won't get anywhere that way. No. You've got to work at it, haven't you, Tom?
You just got to keep playing. But to be perfectly honest, I just love and enjoy doing it. So if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. If it doesn't, then I've just had fun playing.
At least you can say you've tried.
Exactly, yeah, and I've enjoyed trying.
You're working at the moment, aren't you?
I do work, yeah. So this is just a hobby, if you like, which who knows? But yeah, that's the future for me.
It's not easy, is it, Mrs. Stewart?
Oh, it's a tough life out there.
Yeah, and it's such a shame because there's a lot of talent in the West Country, and
what's so shameful is that it's all the dross that gets the breaks, and the good stuff just seems to plug away and really have a tough time.
It's a case, going back to what you were saying about the talent shows, it's a case of what a few people think what you want to hear, isn't it? They think this is what you want to hear.
There's a select few that set the scene, isn't there? And people decide whether, you know, rock music or pop music or funk music or heavy. They'll choose what the music of the moment is, and now they'll plug it in certain ways. So yeah.
Do you think the bubble will burst on it, Tom? On that sort of thing, on the talent show thing, and do you think the people will see through it after a while? Oh, hang on.
I don't know if people will see through it, but they'll think of another format, because all things come to an end at some point, don't they?
What do you think?
The talent show's been around for decades, haven't they?
I think the thing is people regard it just as entertainment. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, talent shows. Well, there's some frightful stuff gets onto them.
It's undoubtedly there's some talent out there, and they're great singers, but it's sad that you have to go down that sort of route to be noticed. But like I say, there's loads of good stuff going on sort of locally in Somerset and South West and beyond, really, that it's just happening, and sadly people miss it. I guess times are hard and people aren't going out as much, so I find with gigs that places are sort of, you know, it's always difficult to get people in pubs anyway to gigs, but now
it's tough financially, isn't it, Tom? It's very expensive these days.
But, you know,
isn't it, Sue? We've been out and it's not cheap anymore, is it, Tom? No.
But, for a lot of places they're free to get into for a price of a pint or even a Coke or even a glass of water. You can go and sit and listen to someone play some great songs, and I'm all for that. I love going to gigs like that, and that's a lot of the gigs that I'll go to are sort of be lesser known bands that you can just enjoy and get into when they're in it for the music, and you're not sort of surrounded by people who've just jumped on the bandwagon, as it were.
Well, I was just thinking, just imagine what it must have been like, Tom, during the 60s with the Cavern and the Beatles. They were doing lunchtime sets.
Yeah.
There was gigs during the lunch hour for the office workers and kids. You know, that wouldn't. Not even in London. I don't think you'd see that now.
No, it's...
Imagine that. Look, it's lunch hour, let's go and see the Beatles. You know, you got your sandwich and sort of thing.
I don't know, I used to work in the West End, and we used to go into the BBC theatre.
Didn't you? What, lunch hour?
Lunchtime programmes. They recorded different programmes.
But these were live concerts, mine. Yeah, I know. I just don't
these were live shows with various pop people coming in.
It's just a different world, isn't it? I mean, Beatles played in Taunton once upon a time, didn't they?
They played what we would. I think it was the. I'm not so sure. It might have been the Gaumont. It might have been then, but they did play there. Yeah. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
You just don't get that at all anymore. I think that's a bit of a problem. I think, but I think people. The message I would give is people need to go out and listen to local music, because if venues see local people going out and listen to local music, they're more likely to try and push for the bigger bands and the bigger acts to come to Taunton or Bridgewater, or somewhere along that M5 corridor, which is more local than Exeter or Bristol, basically.
Mm-hmm.
it's been tried in Bridgewater, but
There's
people
not
need to
a bad
support
little
it.
scene though in Bridgewater, is there?
There's a great scene in Bridgewater music.
Yeah.
It's great.
We had a singer. She said she might. I saw her today. Funny enough, she said hello to you. Actually, so Natalie Williams.
I listened to a few weeks
Yes, a couple of weeks ago. Really good, Tom. You know, I thought, okay, Chris, she's only 15, and she said she'll try and tune in tonight. And I bumped in today and had Sue and things like that. I said, fine. I thought she was really talented, Tom.
Yeah, no, she sounded great when I listened to it on the show, and I think I'd heard of her previously. I might be getting the wrong person, but I think she played in the Pen and Quill, and I'd heard good things. But yeah, she's very, very good. But as I say, that there's so many good people out there locally, and it just needs the support of people really to go out and watch it. Too many. There's too many good venues that have gone down the pan, as it were, with
tribute bands.
Tribute bands, or just people saying they want a live venue, and then someone puts the effort in to set up a live venue, and it's really well run, and then people just don't turn up to the gigs, and they're free to get into, they're cheap to get into, and they're great.
That's more or less what happened to the Perfect Fifth in Taunton.
That was what I was alluding to. That was brilliantly run.
That was well run, wasn't it?
We did several gigs in there, and I hope we weren't that bad, but no one really turned up, and it's the people, and then when it's gone, people will moan, and there's things in the Gazette and all that.
But the thing gets me to it's funny to say that Sue Stewart and I went to a soul night in Minehead. Now I know that's not live, but they were playing on vinyl, and there wasn't many there, was there, Sue, and things.
Maybe about 25, 30.
At the best of the night, and they were playing some really good soul. And I lose track of time. A couple of weeks ago, a week or so ago, for an hour or so, they had one in Bridgewater, soul night. I probably messaged you with it on Tom or something like that. Only had 15 there. But the next thing, though, Tom, I hear, there's nothing going on. No. I thought, well, if you don't support it, it won't happen.
Exactly. That is exactly the problem.
What the hell do you want? You ain't going to get the Stones down, I'm afraid. It ain't going to happen.
It's not. It is one thing where it's not. It is the power of the people. It's not the establishment. It's people going out and watching it. They'll support it. There's Junction 24.
The big place just on the outskirts of Bridgewater, Huntworth.
Yeah. I mean, they seem to have a lot of sort of X Factor rejects, shall we say, playing in there, but they have had Feeder and they have had other acts in there, and local bands supporting. So they
haven't done long sets, though, Tom.
No, it's all been short stuff.
Also, very short sets. Yeah,
it's a strange venue, but at least someone's trying to do something. And that's people just need
can't
to
do any more than that.
Exactly.
Tom, thank you ever so much for coming down. And did you enjoy that, Sue?
Very good.
No,
Tom, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. It's great.
No, give it a few more months. Would you come back again?
I definitely would. Yeah,
brilliant.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming to Wiveliscombe 10 Radio.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant. If you can just hang on a minute, Tom, that would be absolutely fantastic. You've been listening to Tom Toogood on 105.3 FM, 10 Radio for the 10 parishes. Absolutely fantastic.